Good morning, YouTubians. It's Candlelight Ghost. It's Monday. You know what I'm going to say. Going to head up to town, see what is out. I think there's only one title I'm after today, and it's not a great release week, but we'll go to town, HMV, see what is out, film everything they got, go and grab a coffee. By the way, I'm not going to be here next Monday. I'm going to go away. I'm off to the Jurassic Coast for a week. I will be here till Friday, and I'll be leaving over the weekend. So I will put a video up on Wednesday, and I'll probably pre-film one and put out the following Wednesday for my actors collection. So keep an eye out for those still. But I'll do some videoing while I'm away anyway. So let's head up to the town now and see what is out. Hopefully they have what I'm after in stock, and then I'll take you back, show you what I picked up. But first, got to find someone that sells a lovely hot latte. There's a clue for you right there. Let's go. Okay, so coming up in a second is a small clip of a concert I attended on Saturday evening. It was a Candlelight concert inside a church where they played iconic film scores from Hans Zimmer. And this is a section of Pirates of the Caribbean. It's a little bit dark in the church and it's only around a minute in length, so bear with me. Okay, so that footage was captured for me by my daughter's partner Joe, and permission was given to film that small segment of the concert from the orchestra itself. During the concert, they played music from The Da Vinci Code, Gladiator, Holiday, and The Last Samurai, and a few others as well. It was a lovely evening, but my God, it was hotter than Satan's jockstrap. Anyway, on to the Blu-ray hunting. You can see in the window there, they've got a poster for Downton Abbey: A New Era. They've taken down a Sonic 2 poster, and we're going to head over now to see what is new and trending this week. So the first title to show you is from Universal Studios. It's Downton Abbey: A New Era. It's from 2022. It's a runtime 125 minutes and has a PG certificate. This is a HMV exclusive. It comes with alternate artwork and postcards. The Blu-ray is priced at $14.99. DVD is priced at $9.99. They both have slipcovers, and there was no 4K release for this today. Next, we have the Universal Studios remake of Firestarter from 2022. Has a runtime of 94 minutes and is rated a 15 certificate. Two releases of this today. We've got the Blu-ray with the slipcover priced at $14.99, or we have the DVD with no slipcover priced at $9.99. This one stars Zac Efron, Ryan Keira Armstrong, and Sydney Lemon. Over in the Criterion section now, and we have two releases from them today. The first one is Breaking Point from 1950. 98-minute runtime and a 12 certificate, and it's about a World War II veteran called Harry Morgan who's fallen on hard times. This is priced at $22.99. The other Criterion is Umberto D from 1952. 89-minute runtime, PG certificate, and it's about an elderly man and his dog who struggled to survive on his government pension in Rome. Yours for $22.99. Next is a revenge horror from 101 Films called Wicked World. This is from 1991. It's one movie, but there's two cuts. Total runtime 102 minutes. Has an 18 certificate. Is priced at $14.99. Comes with a slipcover. And another 101 Films, also on the Agfa label, is Sometimes Aunt Martha Does Dreadful Things. This is from 1971. Has a 95-minute runtime and a 15 certificate. Again, this is priced at $14.99. Comes with a slipcover. Next is a limited edition of Monster from Second Sight. This is from 2003, has a runtime of 109 minutes and has an 18 certificate. This one comes with a book and 6 art cards. It stars Charlize Theron, Christina Ricci and Bruce Dern, and it's yours for $24.99. Comes in a lovely hard box. Over in the anime section now, and we have Seraph of the End, Vampire Reign, the complete series. Season 1 is 600 minutes. It's from Anime Limited from 2015, has a 15 certificate, and has music from Asami Tachibana. Yours for $32.99. Next is a documentary from Dazzler Media. It's Randy Rhoads, Reflection of a Guitar Icon. It's about Randy Rhoads, the lead guitarist for Ozzy Osbourne, who passed away aged just 25 in a plane crash. This has a runtime 1 hour 25 minutes and it's yours for £20. Hey everybody, welcome back. 4 titles to show you this week. So 1 new pickup today, 1 import, 1 that came out last week, and 1 just random buy off the internet. So let's crack on with it. Okay, first title to show you is Downton Abbey, A New Era, which was directed by Simon Curtis. Now his previous works include Women in Gold and Goodbye Christopher Robin. Very good director he is. And of course, this was written by Julian Fellowes, brilliant writer. Now this movie came out on the 25th of April this year. I did see it at the cinema, thoroughly enjoyed it. Follows the Grantham family to the south of France. Now all the favourites are back. You've got Hugh Bonneville as Robert Crawley, head of the household. You've got his wife Cora, played by the brilliant Elizabeth McGovern, and everybody else. Far too many people to mention. I will include, though, the best character of all, played by Maggie Smith, Violet Crawley, Dowager Countess of Grantham. Now in the story, Violet inherits a villa in the south of France, which causes a lot of speculation into family why a mystery man would suddenly leave it to her. Obviously they jumped to the conclusion that it was a former lover. However, she was married at the time of the supposed romance, which kind of calls into question whether or not her son Robert is an illegitimate child, which would have been a big deal back then. Michelle Dougherty is playing Lady Mary Talbot, Robert and Cora's daughter. Now she remains behind while the family leave to the south of France to keep an eye on the stately home, and during that time she leases it out to a movie company who are making a silent film called The Gambler. Now in the lead role you've got Guy Dexter, played by Dominic West, very good, and the leading glamorous lady Myrna Dalglish is played brilliantly by Laura Haddock. You've got to see her performance to believe it. It's absolutely brilliant. I love the storyline of films being made within films, especially given the subject matter switching between silent and talking movies. This film is an absolute delight. Comes in at 125 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So the slip cover and the cover itself have exactly the same image. That image is carried onto the disc. There's a coupon giving you a £25 off Great Escapes and art cards. So that was Downton Abbey, A New Era. Okay, next title is Memory. This is an import. UK didn't get a Blu-ray release, surprise, surprise. Stars Liam Neeson. I know a lot of his films follow the same path, but I like his acting, so there you go. He's playing Alex Lewis. He's a hitman and he's at the early stages of dementia. He keeps it under control with medication to a certain degree. His older brother, who also suffers with the illness, is at a more advanced stage and he's in a care home. So the outlook for Alex doesn't look very good either way. Now, he's given a target to kill, and that's of a young girl. And this violates his code of ethics and he refuses to do the job. I should point out that Guy Pearce is in this film as well. He's an FBI agent named Vincent Serra, and he's working in the child exploitation division in the FBI. He's a good guy, but red tape keeps getting in the way of him prosecuting people. So go back to Alex, and he tells his handler, call off the job. He's not going to do it, but in doing that, the people who ordered the hit turn their attention to Alex, so he becomes a new target. So it's a case of he has to get them before they get him. It's one of those kind of films. And the girl who is the target in the first place is under Guy Pearce's protection. So as a result, he gets roped into the whole thing as well. Now, it's directed by Martin Campbell, whose previous works include the 2006 Casino Royale and the 1995's Golden Eye. So a good director there. And it's got a runtime of 114 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So the image on the slip is exactly the same as the cover, and this is an American import, by the way, and it is Region B compatible. So you do get a code. I don't know if you can see that. If not, I'll put a little image up in the corner. So inside you've got a dual format. You've got the DVD here as the black disc, and this reflective disc here is the Blu-ray. So that was Liam Neeson in Memory. Okay, next title to show you, which came out last week in fact, is The Flying Scot. This is also known as The Mailbag Robbery. It's directed and produced by Compton Bennett. He is the director of The Seventh Veil and The Gift Horse, which I actually picked up a few weeks ago. This movie is from 1957 and it's a brand new restoration. The establishing shots in this are a little bit grainy and out of focus, but as are most films at this age. But the studio scenes, which make up about 99% of the film, are absolutely crystal clear. Now the story is that of a train robbery. The train in question is the Flying Scot, and it's transporting money that's destined to be destroyed to make way for newly printed notes. The criminals book a carriage compartment like the ones you see in the Harry Potter films. They book it next to the loot. So what they do is lock the door, they remove the seats which backs onto the carriage with the money, toss the bags of cash out the window to a waiting fellow criminal who's down by the tracks, and Bob's your uncle. Now the heist is done and dusted within the first 10 minutes of the film, or so it seems. Now, there is a little boy in this called Charlie who throws a wrench into the actual heist, played brilliantly, by the way, by Jeremy Bodkin. Also stars Lee Patterson, Kay Callard, who was also in The Great Van Robbery. They should definitely keep an eye on her for sure. And Alan Gifford, who gives a very convincing performance as a man with a dodgy ulcer. And you've also got Margaret Withers in this as well. And on a side note, they plan to steal £500,000. So if you adjust for inflation, that would be worth £5 million in today's money. It's got a runtime of just 1 hour 10 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So the slip and the case have exactly the same image. There's a Studio Canal advertising pamphlet, and the image of the Flying Scot is put onto the disc. So that was the Flying Scot. Okay, next and last is The Secret of NIMH, which was directed by Don Bluth, who is actually still alive. He's at the ripe old age now of 84. He will be 85 in September. His other works include the fantastic American Tale, as well as Thumbelina and Anastasia. This was made back in 1982, and in this animated adventure we have Elizabeth Hartman. Sadly, Elizabeth committed suicide aged just 43. She jumped to her death from her apartment window, which was on the 5th floor. Now, she voiced the lead character in this, Mrs. Brisby. She's a mouse who's trying to save her son's life. Now, her son Timothy is voiced by Ina Fried, has pneumonia in the film, and he's too sick to move. So from the advice of an old owl, she goes on a quest to get some help from some unusual rats. It turns out that these rats were subjected to experiments in a program known as the National Institution of Mental Health, which is where you get the title word NIMH from. Now, it turns out that these experiments made these into super intelligent rats, and using their newly acquired intelligence, they managed to escape the lab in which they were held in and set up a colony underneath a rose bush on the farm. And they steal electrical equipment from the farmer in order to survive. And they agreed to help Mrs. Brisby, but obviously complications arise. It's hand drawn, which is lovely to see, and it's got a very impressive cast. You've got Dom DeLuise voicing Jeremy the Crow. You've got David Carradine's father John. He is the wise old owl I was talking about earlier, as well as Derek Jacobi and Will Wheaton. Now, this adventure has a runtime of 1 hour 22 minutes. Let's take a look inside. Well, there was some lovely artwork put onto the disc. So that was Don Bluth's The Secret of NIMH. So that is it. Have you seen any of those films or plan to pick them up? Then leave a comment down below and I will read every single one and try to get back to you if I have the time. Give the video a thumbs up, really does help the channel, and subscribe if you haven't. It's all free. Why wouldn't you? And on that note, all that's left to say is thank you so much for choosing my channel today and watching my video. Take care, and I'll see you all in a couple of weeks. Bye.